In the quiet town of Millbrook, nestled near the rolling hills of Manchester, Emma Williams lived a life of quiet determination. At 28, she carried the weight of her family's hopes on her narrow shoulders. The small cottage they called home was a testament to years of struggle and love, its weathered walls holding memories of better times. Emma's world revolved around two primary responsibilities: caring for her aging father, Robert, and keeping their family afloat. Each morning began before sunrise, her alarm cutting through the stillness of their modest home. She would carefully prepare her father's medications, make a simple breakfast, and ensure he was comfortable before rushing to her first job as a morning cleaner at the local community center. The work was hard and often thankless. Emma scrubbed floors, cleaned windows, and organized spaces with a meticulousness that spoke of her deep respect for work. Her hands, rough from cleaning chemicals and constant labor, told a story of survival. By midday, she would change into her cafe uniform, working as a part-time server at the small local cafe that seemed to be the heart of Millbrook. Robert Williams had once been a proud factory worker, but illness had stripped away his strength. Medical bills had consumed their savings, leaving Emma to shoulder the financial burden. Her mother had passed away 3 years earlier, leaving a silence in their home that Emma fought to fill with hope and determination. Money was always tight. Some nights, Emma would sit at the kitchen table surrounded by bills and medical documents, her calculator working overtime. She would stretch every pound, deciding between essential medications and basic groceries. Sometimes pride would catch in her throat, a lump of emotion that she would quickly swallow with a deep breath and renewed resolve. The community knew Emma. They saw her working tirelessly, always with a gentle smile that rarely showed the exhaustion beneath. Mrs. Thompson from the local bakery would sometimes slip an extra pastry into her lunch bag. The local pharmacist would offer a kind word and occasionally a small discount on her father's prescriptions. Despite the challenges, Emma never complained. She believed in the power of hard work and hope. Her mother had taught her that difficulties were simply opportunities in disguise. At night, after caring for her father and completing her daily chores, she would sit by the window, looking out at the street lamp's soft glow, dreaming of a better future. Her father noticed her struggles. On good days, when his health allowed, he would share stories of resilience. "You have the Williams spirit," he would say, squeezing her hand. "We've always been fighters." Those moments were precious to Emma, brief windows of connection that gave her strength to continue. The cottage was small but meticulously maintained. Every corner spoke of Emma's care: clean surfaces, neatly arranged photographs, and small touches that made the space feel like home. Her father's favorite armchair sat near the window where he could watch the world go by. Beside it, a small table held his medications, carefully organized and tracked. Emma's routine was a delicate dance of survival: morning cleaning, afternoon cafe work, evening care for her father, and late-night budgeting became her constant companions. She had little time for personal dreams, yet she never lost hope. Every challenge was met with a quiet determination that defined her character. As winter approached, the challenges seemed to multiply. Heating bills would soon add to their financial strain, and her father's medical needs became more complex. But Emma remained unbroken. She was a beacon of hope in her small corner of the world, proving that love and determination could overcome seemingly impossible odds. Her story was not one of grand achievements or spectacular success. Instead, it was a quiet testament to the strength of the human spirit, of a daughter's love, a worker's dedication, and a woman's unbreakable hope. In the small town of Millbrook, Emma Williams was becoming a symbol of quiet resilience. As the first rays of dawn broke through the cottage window, Emma would rise again. Another day of challenges awaited, but so did another opportunity to prove that love, hard work, and hope could transform even the most difficult circumstances. Her journey was just beginning. The rain pelted against the cafe windows, creating a rhythmic backdrop to Emma's monotonous day. She moved between tables, wiping surfaces and refilling coffee cups with practiced efficiency. Most customers barely noticed her. Just another face in the busy morning rush of Millbrook. Jack Thompson sat in the corner, nursing a cup of black coffee. He was a local business owner, known for his printing company that had been a staple in the town for decades. Unlike other customers, he watched Emma carefully. There was something different about her, a quiet determination that caught his attention. Emma's hands moved quickly, balancing plates and managing orders with a grace that belied her exhaustion. Her father's recent medical test results weighed heavily on her mind. The doctors had suggested new treatments, but the cost seemed impossible. She calculated numbers in her head, wondering how she could possibly manage another expense. As the lunch rush died down, Jack approached the counter. He was a man in his 50s, with kind eyes that seemed to see more than most. "You're Emma Williams, right?" he asked, his voice soft but direct. Surprised, Emma nodded. She recognized him as a regular customer, but had never spoken to him directly. "Yes, sir," she replied, her hands still busy wiping down the counter. Jack pulled out a business card. "I've been watching you work," he said. "You have an exceptional work ethic." He explained that his printing company needed someone to help with basic bookkeeping and office management. "Would you be interested in a part-time position?" he asked. The offer came like a sudden ray of sunlight breaking through the rainy day. Emma's mind raced. A stable job with potentially better pay could change everything for her and her father. But she hesitated. Her current jobs were already a delicate balance. "I know you're working here and cleaning at the community center," Jack continued, sensing her uncertainty. "This would be flexible. We could work around your current schedule." He saw the worry in her eyes, the concern of someone who couldn't afford to take risks. That evening, Emma discussed the opportunity with her father. Robert listened carefully, his weathered hands folded in his lap. "Sometimes," he said softly, "opportunities come disguised as challenges." His eyes sparkled with a hope that had been missing for months. The next week, Emma began a trial period at Jack's printing company. Her initial tasks were simple: organizing files, entering basic data, learning the rudiments of financial record-keeping. Jack was patient, recognizing her potential beyond her current circumstances. Her first challenge came quickly. A complex set of financial records needed reorganization. Where others might have been overwhelmed, Emma approached the task methodically. She stayed late, carefully sorting through documents, her determination evident in every movement. Jack watched her work. He saw more than just an employee, he saw potential. Emma wasn't just managing numbers, she was solving problems. Her background of managing tight family finances had given her skills that went beyond traditional bookkeeping. Slowly, Emma began to learn. An old computer in the office became her classroom. During quiet moments, she would watch tutorial videos, learn spreadsheet skills and practice her new craft. Her hands, once rough from cleaning, now moved confidently across the keyboard. The extra income began to make a difference. Her father's medical treatments became more manageable. The constant worry that had lines etched into her face began to soften. For the first time in years, Emma felt a glimmer of hope. Jack saw something special in Emma. It wasn't just her work ethic or her ability to learn quickly. It was her resilience, her capacity to transform challenges into opportunities. He began to mentor her, seeing potential far beyond a simple bookkeeping job. As weeks passed, Emma transformed. The tired cafe worker was becoming a confident professional. Her father watched with pride, seeing his daughter discover a path he had always known she could take. The unexpected opportunity was more than just a job. It was a lifeline, a chance to breathe, a moment of hope in a world that had often seemed determined to push her down. Emma's journey was proving that sometimes the most significant opportunities arrive when we least expect them. The autumn wind whispered through Millbrook, bringing change with its gentle breeze. Emma's life had slowly begun to transform since starting her new job with Jack. Each day brought new challenges and unexpected opportunities that seemed to reshape her world. Jack saw something special in Emma that went beyond her ability to manage numbers. He noticed her dedication, her quick learning, and her remarkable ability to solve complex problems. During quiet moments in the office, he began to share more than just work-related knowledge. He became a mentor, showing her how to navigate the business world with confidence and grace. Emma's father, Robert, was experiencing his own transformation. The additional income allowed for better medical care, and his health began to improve. Doctors were surprised by his recovery, attributing it to reduced stress and improved nutrition. The small cottage that had once felt like a burden now seemed filled with hope and possibility. At the printing company, Emma discovered a talent for problem-solving. What started as simple bookkeeping gradually evolved into more complex responsibilities. Jack began teaching her about business management, seeing her potential to grow beyond her current role. He shared stories of his own struggles, creating a bond of mutual understanding and respect. The local community began to take notice. People who had once seen Emma as just another hard-working server now recognized her as something more. Mrs. Thompson from the bakery would smile and wave when Emma passed by. The pharmacist would offer encouraging words about her father's improving health. One particularly challenging day tested Emma's newfound confidence. A major printing order had gone wrong, with multiple errors threatening the company's reputation. Where others might have panicked, Emma remained calm. She worked through the night, finding creative solutions that not only saved the order, but also impressed Jack with her problem-solving skills. "You have a gift," Jack told her one morning, pointing to the successfully completed project. "It's not just about numbers, it's about seeing possibilities where others see problems." Emma's transformation wasn't just professional, she began to carry herself differently. The constant worry that had once hunched her shoulders began to disappear. Her smile became more genuine, her eyes brighter. She was discovering a version of herself she had never known existed. Her father noticed the change most of all. "You remind me of your mother," he would say, watching her prepare for work. "She always had that same fire, that same ability to turn challenges into opportunities." The local business community started to recognize Emma's potential. Jack recommended her for additional training courses, seeing her as an investment rather than just an employee. She began taking evening classes, learning advanced business management skills that seemed impossible just months earlier. Financial stability started to replace constant worry. Emma could now afford better medical care for her father, buy slightly nicer groceries, and even start a small savings account. The constant stress of living paycheck to paycheck began to ease. Community members who had known Emma for years began to see her differently. The tired cafe worker was becoming a confident professional. Her story became a quiet inspiration, a testament to hard work, determination, and unexpected opportunities. Jack continued to mentor her, seeing something special in her determination. He shared business insights, taught her about leadership, and helped her understand her own potential. More than an employer, he became a guide, helping Emma navigate a world she had previously only dreamed about. As winter approached, Emma reflected on the changes in her life. The small cottage that had once felt like a burden now felt like a home of hope. Her father's health was improving, her career was advancing, and for the first time in years, she could see a future filled with possibility. The turning point wasn't a single moment, but a series of small victories. Each day brought new challenges, but also new opportunities. Emma was learning that life could change in unexpected ways, that hope could bloom in the most unlikely places. Her journey was proving that with determination, support, and a willingness to learn, anything was possible. The quiet girl from the cafe was becoming something more, a woman of strength, hope, and endless potential. As the evening light filtered through the cottage windows, Emma smiled. Her story was just beginning. The local college looked different when Emma first walked through its doors. At 32, she was older than most students, her hands clutching a registration form that represented years of hidden dreams. Jack had encouraged her to pursue a business management course, seeing potential that Emma had never fully recognized in herself. The first day was terrifying. Younger students filled the classroom, their confident chatter a stark contrast to Emma's nervous energy. She wore a simple blue sweater, her hair neatly pulled back, feeling like an outsider in a world of youth and endless possibilities. Her first presentation came weeks into the course. The assignment was simple: discuss a personal journey of professional growth. While other students spoke of internships and theoretical scenarios, Emma shared her real story. She spoke about her father, the struggles of working multiple jobs, and how she transformed her life through determination. The classroom fell silent. Professors leaned forward. Her classmates, initially dismissive, now listened with genuine respect. Emma's voice, once hesitant, grew stronger with each word. She wasn't just telling a story, she was sharing a lesson about resilience. Professor. Margaret Reynolds, a seasoned business instructor, approached Emma after class. "Your perspective is unique," she said, her eyes filled with genuine admiration. "You've experienced business challenges most students only read about in textbooks." Jack's mentorship continued to play a crucial role. He would review her assignments, offer guidance, and provide real-world context to her academic learning. "Education isn't just about grades," he would tell her. "It's about understanding how knowledge transforms into opportunity." Emma's study routine became a delicate balance. Early mornings were for caring for her father, days were split between work and classes, and nights were dedicated to studying. Her tiny kitchen table became a makeshift office, covered with textbooks, notes, and occasional cups of strong tea. The other students began to change their perception. What started as curious glances transformed into respect. They saw how Emma approached challenges, methodical, determined, without complaint. She became an unofficial mentor to younger students, sharing practical insights about work and life. Her father watched her transformation with quiet pride. On good days, he would sit in his favorite chair, listening to Emma explain complex business concepts. "My daughter," he would say to visitors, "she's becoming something extraordinary." Midway through the course, Emma's group was assigned a complex business simulation project. Teams were expected to create and manage a hypothetical company. While younger students approached it as a game, Emma treated it like a real business challenge. Her team's project stood out. They didn't just create a theoretical business model. They developed a strategy that could genuinely work in the real world. Professor Reynolds was impressed, recommending the project for a college-wide business innovation showcase. The night before her final presentation, Emma couldn't sleep. Memories of her previous life, cleaning tables, struggling to pay bills, seemed both distant and incredibly close. She realized how far she had come, not just in education but in believing in herself. Her presentation was more than an academic exercise. It was a testimony to the power of persistence. She spoke about breaking barriers, not just her own, but those faced by many who believed education was beyond their reach. The audience's response was unexpected. What started as a standard presentation became an emotional journey. Students and professors alike were moved by her story of transformation. Emma wasn't just sharing her academic project. She was inspiring a room full of potential. Jack attended the final presentation, sitting quietly at the back. When Emma finished, he was the first to stand and applaud. His pride was evident, not just in her academic achievement, but in her personal growth. As the semester concluded, Emma understood that her journey was about more than a degree. It was about proving that age, background, and previous limitations were not barriers to success. She had rewritten her own narrative, one challenging day at a time. The quiet woman who once cleaned tables was now a confident professional student, proving that education has no age limit and that true learning knows no boundaries. Her story was just beginning, and the possibilities seemed endless. The morning sunlight streamed through the windows of Jack's printing company, casting a warm glow on Emma's new office. It was hard to believe how much had changed in just 2 years. Where once she cleaned floors and served coffee, she now managed business operations for a growing local enterprise. Jack had kept his promise. After her successful completion of the business management course, he offered Emma a full-time management position. It wasn't just a job, it was a complete transformation of her professional life. Her first day in the new role felt like a dream. Her father, Robert, now lived in a comfortable care home. The improved medical facilities and professional care had given him a new lease on life. Emma visited him every weekend, sharing stories of her professional achievements. His eyes would light up with pride, seeing the woman his daughter had become. The local business community began to take notice. Emma's innovative approaches to management and her deep understanding of small business challenges made her stand out. She wasn't just an employee, she became a respected voice in local business circles. Jack watched her growth with a sense of fatherly pride. "You've become more than an employee," he told her during a team meeting. "You've become a leader." His mentorship had transformed from a simple job opportunity to a genuine friendship built on mutual respect. Emma's first major project came quickly. The company needed to modernize its systems and expand its client base. Where others saw challenges, she saw opportunities. She developed a comprehensive strategy that not only improved efficiency, but also attracted new clients. The first bonus she received was more than just money. It was a symbol of her journey. She used a portion to support local community programs, remembering the struggles she had faced. The rest went into savings and her father's continued care. Her colleagues began to see her differently. The woman, who once blended into the background, was now leading team meetings, making strategic decisions, and bringing a unique perspective to the business. Her life experience proved to be her greatest asset. Community members who had known her for years were amazed by her transformation. Mrs. Thompson from the bakery would stop her on the street, sharing how proud the town was of her achievements. The local pharmacist would smile and congratulate her on her success. Emma never forgot her roots. She started a mentorship program for local workers seeking to improve their skills. She would share her story, offering hope to those who felt trapped in difficult circumstances. Her message was simple. With determination and support, anything was possible. The small cottage that had once been a symbol of struggle now became a testament to her journey. She kept it, refurbishing it slightly, as a reminder of where she had started. On weekends, she would sit by the window, reflecting on her incredible transformation. Her father's health continued to improve. The stress that had once consumed their lives had been replaced by hope and possibility. Robert would tell visitors about his remarkable daughter, his voice filled with love and pride. Jack began to talk about expanding the business, with Emma playing a crucial role in the strategy. Her business management skills, combined with her practical experience, made her an invaluable asset. What had started as a part-time job had become a true career. The local college invited her to speak to business students, sharing her journey. Her story became an inspiration, proof that education and determination could overcome any obstacle. Students would listen, captivated by her transformation from a struggling worker to a successful business professional. As the year came to a close, Emma reflected on her journey. The road had been challenging, filled with moments of doubt and struggle, but she had persevered. She had transformed not just her life, but the lives of those around her. Her story was more than a personal achievement. It was a beacon of hope for anyone facing seemingly impossible challenges. Emma had proved that, with hard work, support, and belief in oneself, anything was possible. The quiet woman from Millbrook had become something extraordinary. Her new beginning was a testament to the power of human resilience, the importance of support, and the endless potential that lies within each of us. As evening fell, Emma smiled. Her journey was far from over. It was just getting started.